I practice my English skills alone. No teacher, no friend, no partner, and no tutor. I practice my English skills all by myself. And in this video, I'll share how I practice my English skills by myself. One way I practice my English is by using AI. Usually, I ask AI to ask me some questions. For example, what kind of places I've visited in my past or what kind of places I'd like to visit in the future. Then I use my knowledge to answer these questions and I try to be expressive and make sense by every word I say. And this practice helps build my fluency because it forces me to speak English, and then it forces me to be expressive. Because when you're expressive and you're speaking a language, expressing yourself from your emotions, from your deepest thoughts and emotions, then you will build your fluency in the language. And that's what I do to help myself build my fluency. But honestly, practicing or speaking every day is not so easy. Sometimes I repeat my words, other times I feel like when I'm speaking English I make no sense, and at some point I feel like I'm not even improving an inch towards my dreams, even though I practice every single day. And this feeling sucks. And one problem I used to have, and maybe you have this too, is comparing myself with native English speakers or fluent English speakers. I would watch someone online speak so smoothly, confidently, with beautiful accent and beautiful English, and I would ask myself, why am I not this fluent yet? Or why am I not at that level yet? And this comparison almost makes you stop practicing, because it makes you feel like you're behind even when you're improving. The problem with comparing yourself with people is you're comparing your behind the scenes with somebody else's highlight reels. And you don't see how many years they struggled or how many mistakes they made in the process of learning English. And you don't either see how many awkward conversations they had in their lives when they were trying to learn English. And this is a problem. You're actually comparing your current self with somebody else's highlights when they're at their top, at their peak, and you try to compare yourself with them, which totally makes no sense, as you can guess. And you know what? When you compare yourself with people, you stop enjoying the process, like the process of learning, which is supposed to be a very joyful, interesting process for you. You stop enjoying that process. And guess what happens when you stop enjoying the process? You lose your motivation, your inspiration to keep on practicing. And as a result, you'll never get better in your English. And on top of that, when you start comparing yourself with people, you stop noticing small wins. Like every inch of win that you make on a daily basis, like 1% improvement every single day, which everybody makes in 24 hours, you stop noticing those small wins, and you see yourself as somebody who is just a crap. He doesn't make any improvement, even though you're making improvement, but your improvement is slow and small. And comparison really destroys your vision to see how many improvements you make on a daily basis, and that leads you to stop practicing overall. Now you realize that you don't need to be fluent today. All you need to be is better than yesterday. So if comparing yourself with people makes you feel stuck or makes the process of growth slower, here's something I found that changed my mindset, the way I looked at progress. Language learning is not fast, and that is not a bad thing. Language learning is a very quiet, slow process that is happening, and day by day you're really getting 1% improvement every single day. But the problem is you don't usually notice that 1% improvement, and that's why you lean towards giving up, or you lean towards comparing yourself with people or other individuals who have tried for years to become better. And at your level, that is probably a beginner level, you try to compare yourself with somebody who has an advanced English level. And this slow pace of improvement makes you feel like you're not really improving. However, the truth is, you are truly improving towards your goal. You're really getting 1% better every single day, which will definitely compound into a huge result down the line in the future. And it's really about compounding effects. And if you get 1% better every single day in your practices, let's say you're practicing your speaking and you're just dedicating 5 minutes your day, no matter how small it is, you just dedicate 5 minutes to speaking every single day, and you feel like, oh, this 5 minutes will not give me any results because it's just 5 minutes. It's a very small amount of time that I dedicate to practicing my English. But what you don't notice is these 5 minutes, as you do them, as you stay consistent with these 5 minutes daily, you don't notice how much bigger they'll get as they turn into compound effect down the line in the future. But improvement is always slower. You always get better. And make sure that you stay motivated and not comparing yourself with people, and believe in the power of 1% improvement every time you practice. Instead of trying to be fluent quickly, make sure you focus on 1% improvement every single day. Just 1% better than yesterday. And this improvement might feel like slower, but you might feel at some point, some days, that today I understand one more sentence, or today I can speak one more sentence without translating it, or understand one word without using dictionary. And these 1% improvements will compile and will be stacked on top of the other, and they will turn into something that will be definitely unbelievable to you as you see it in the future. But trust me, these 1% improvements will definitely make a difference, make a huge difference in your learning language, in the language process, and it will definitely make you fluent in English. Just rely on 1% improvement and make sure you turn your mindset from all of those crappy and bad mindsets that you might have in the past, like me comparing myself with other people. It is about mindset. Make sure you transform, you change your mindset towards just 1% improvement and rely on this. And for some time, and it doesn't take you longer than a few months or maybe a year, you'll definitely see your improvements, and you'll just be proud of yourself for how much improvement you've made just by 1% every single day. And the good thing about just making 1% improvement is that it will stop you from comparing yourself with other people, because now your goal is not perfection but progress. Because what happens when you try to focus on 1% improvement every single day, this 1% will pile up to become 100% in 100 days. And the way you transform your English is gonna be this much easy, and the process is gonna feel this much beautiful for you. The truth is, fluency is not built in one big moment. Rather, it's a quiet process, one step after the other. And these steps, as they accumulate, like I said, they will turn into a huge result that will shock you in the future. And this is one of the problems I had as an English learner in my own journey, that, like I said in the video, it's like a disease that really stops many people from progress. Like when you compare yourself with people, that mindset, that feeling that you get when you see yourself not at the same level as the person you're trying to compare yourself with, then that feeling sucks. That's a bad feeling. So if you feel the same way like I did in the past, make sure you avoid these feelings by trying to stay on guard and making sure that you're really focusing on the thing that matters, which is 1% improvement every single day. And that's what's going to guarantee your progress and your success in your English journey.